In this explainer, we're not just going to talk about some topic. We're actually going to start a journey, your musical journey. And believe it or not, we're going to start it in the next 5 minutes.
So, be honest. Have you ever dreamed of playing the piano? For so many of us, the answer is a huge yes. You know, you see a piano in a movie or you hear some beautiful music and you think, wow, I wish I could do that. But it always feels like this massive, impossible task, right? Something only for prodigies who started when they were 3 years old.
Well, that dream is so much closer than you think. What if we just forget all the complicated theory for a second and just break down the first few steps? Let's prove that you can absolutely start playing like today.
Okay, first things first, you're gonna need something to play on. Now this feels like a huge, scary decision, but let's make it super simple.
You've basically got two main choices. You have the classic, gorgeous acoustic piano, which is amazing, but it needs to be tuned all the time, and let's be real, you're gonna drive everyone crazy while you practice. And then you have the digital keyboard. You can plug in headphones for silent practice, which is a lifesaver, and you get tons of different sounds to play with. For any beginner, a digital keyboard is almost always the most practical and affordable way to get started.
So, you're sitting in front of this thing. Maybe it has 61, 76, or even 88 keys. And it just looks intimidating, doesn't it? Just a sea of black and white. But it's not random at all. There's a really simple, repeating map hidden right there in plain sight. And here's the secret to unlocking that whole map. First, just for a second, I want you to completely forget the white keys. Just look only at the black ones. Do you see it? Do you see the pattern?
This is it. It's just a repeating pattern. You've got a group of 2 black keys, then a group of 3 black keys. 2, then 3. 2, then 3. All the way from the lowest notes to the very highest. Once you see this pattern, you'll never be able to unsee it. It's the key to everything.
And now, get ready for the big aha moment. Find any group of 2 black keys. Got one? Okay, now look at the white key that's sitting just to the left of that group. That note is always a C. Go ahead, find all the C's on your keyboard. See? Suddenly, you're not lost anymore. You have landmarks. And the most important landmark of them all is middle C. It's just the C that's pretty much right in the middle of your keyboard, usually right around where the brand name is. Think of this as your home base. It's the starting point for everything we're about to do.
Okay, so you know your way around the keys. What about all those dots and lines you see on a page of sheet music? I know, it looks like a totally foreign language, but let's just treat it like a simple code that we can crack right here, right now.
This whole thing is called the grand staff. It's the foundation for piano music. See that fancy curly symbol on the top set of lines? That's the treble clef. That's for the higher notes you'll play with your right hand. And the bottom set of lines? That's the bass clef, for the lower notes you'll play with your left hand. It's really that simple. 2 hands, 2 clefs.
And check out how simple it is to actually remember these notes. For that treble clef, your right hand, just look at the 4 spaces between the lines. From the bottom up, they spell the word face. F-A-C-E. Easy. And for the 5 lines themselves, just remember this little phrase. Every good boy deserves favors. And just like that, you can read half of all the notes in piano music. Now for the bass clef. For your left hand, the spaces are just as easy. All cows eat grass. And the lines? How about giant bears don't fly airplanes? Seriously, with just those 4 silly phrases, you've pretty much unlocked the basics of reading music. You know, knowing what note to play is one thing, but knowing when to play it and for how long, well, that's what gives music its pulse, its life. That's rhythm. And it all comes down to some really simple math. In most of the music you'll hear, we start with a whole note, and that gets 4 beats. If you cut that in half, you get a half note, which is worth 2 beats. Cut that in half again, and you get a quarter note, which is worth 1 single beat. This simple division is basically the engine that drives all rhythm. So when you see that 4/4 at the beginning of a piece of music, all it's telling you is to count 4 steady beats in each little section of music, or what we call a measure. It's just a steady pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the heartbeat of the song.
Okay, enough theory. You know the layout of the keys, you know how to read the notes, and you get the rhythm. It is time to put your hands on those keys and actually make some music. This is the moment.
But hold on. First, a quick check on your posture. This stuff actually matters. Sit right in the center of the keyboard. Your belly button should line up with middle C. Keep your feet flat on the floor and let your hands curve naturally over the keys, kind of like you're holding a ball. nice and relaxed, not stiff. This is going to prevent you from getting sore, and it gives you way more control.
Okay, this is super important for any musician, how we number our fingers. And it's the same for both hands. Your thumb is always finger number 1. Your index is 2, middle is 3, ring finger is 4, and your pinky is number 5. So, 1 to 5, from your thumb to your pinky. Got it? Awesome.
All right, let's get into position. Take your right hand. Now, place your thumb, that's finger number 1, right on that middle C we found earlier. Good. Now just let your other fingers fall naturally onto the next 4 white keys. Your hand is now perfectly set up to play 5 notes, C, D, E, F, and G. And here we go, your very first exercise. It really is as simple as it looks. Press down with your thumb and you'll play C. Then your index finger for D, middle for E, ring for F, and your pinky for G. And then just come back down, F, E, D, C. Don't worry about speed at all. Just focus on playing each note clearly. Go ahead, give it a try. You're doing it. You're playing the piano. And this, right here, is the most important thing to take away from all of this. Learning an instrument is not about these giant leaps. It's a process of small improvements day by day. Don't you worry about what you can't do yet. Just remember that with every single note you play, your understanding and your technique are getting better.
You just played your first 5 notes. You've officially taken the biggest and the hardest step. The path is now open. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Now that you've started, what's that one song that's going to keep you coming back to the keyboard day after day?